Okay, so today the title is Mesh Magic, Gen AI Scene Design with Space Glitter Unicorn. We're gonna make just a quick, small scene, um, and I'll tell you more about it. So, hello, anybody who is brand new here. I am Space Glitter Unicorn, and I will be um, helping you down this new journey of AI and scene creation. I mean, it's really simple, really easy to get inspired by what you create here, and hopefully it will push you to take it a little further. So the skills matrix alignment. I mean, I still say it's art. The design and creation of static meshes for use as world environments or items, props, wearables, characters, including meshes and textures. Mentor office hours, important info. This session is recorded. Mute yourself, but I encourage you guys to unmute yourself for this one. I want to have this conversation because we are going to be creating this scene together. So definitely unmute yourself. Give me your ideas. Um, I want to hear from you. Um, if you feel comfortable raising your hand, you could do so as well. But really, this will be more of a free environment. Um, you can definitely use the chat. Use the chat if you would like. I will try to keep up with that at the same time. Let's have a party. Be active. And at the end, please fill out the survey. And also afterwards, please tag me in the appropriate channels, whether it's the Discord or the forums. Just don't DM me in the Discord, please. That way I can, I can be a little more organized with stuff. So I appreciate you guys for being here. I always keep these levelers to success here. Um, you guys have your documentations, but we also have a really great community that knows so much. So definitely help each other, um, because we have so much information between us all. So definitely, feel free to share and feel free to ask. All right, scene level planning. Today we will experiment with Gen AI, creating the first scene to our new game/world. So let's take a look at something I did literally within like 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes with our buddy Mike the Guru. And this was super simple. And basically, I'm going to walk through this with you guys, and we're going to do something slightly different. Say hello to the only SGU. This is my alt account. Okay, so our task is just as the forum. I don't know if you guys have been taking a look at the forum. What is it? The weekly. Oh my gosh, where's my brain?
The challenge?
The challenge. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Yes, the weekly challenges. Definitely take a look at that. And I would love to see your guys' rendition of this, creating just a simple pathway to something interesting. Imagine your characters or um the players that you want to enter your world. Imagine what they're landing in, that first landing point. um your challenge is to create one that is in your style, and kick it up a notch if you like to, so definitely. What was this is important. I'll circle back to that afterwards. Yeah. So, yeah, here I just thought of basically a nice surrounding framing to this object we have to go to. In this instance, it's a door. There is a pathway, and it's obvious it's drawing my attention to this door. So let's see if we can make up something in a different style. So first up, this wasn't too bad for, what is it? 15 to 20 minutes, Guru? Because I know Guru's here. Alrighty. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a new world. Nice fresh one in the desktop editor. I'm going to go ahead and click new world. Let's think of a whole brand new scene. Like this is going to be today's challenge. Where are we? Where are we going to land in is the question. So sound off in the chat. A beach? Okay. A beach sounds nice. Mountaintop? Okay. What else? What else? What else? Magic forest. Oh my goodness, I love magical forests. Who would have knew? Twinsies. All right, are we gonna do it? An office? Oh, an office sounds futuristic theater. Oh, interesting. Okay. Would it be underwater? Ooh, I like that. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like an underwater vibe. Underwater steampunk. Oh my God. Oh, underground cavern. Underwater ruins. Atlantis with the killer shark. All right. I think the underwater scene wins. What do you guys think? All right, cool, cool. All right. Bet. Let's do it. So, but really the okay. Hold on. I'm actually getting excited. So let's dive right into this. Should I start with an AI Skybox first, or should I do that afterwards? Like, how do you guys work after? Sets the mood. Not Skybox first. Ground first. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start without so that maybe we can see a little better with this current Skybox. What I'm going to do is I'd like to turn off the fog, to be honest with you. And remember, we're going to design an entryway. So we're not going to design the whole world. We're going to keep it simple, maybe within this grid. So hold on a second. Let me take out the gizmo. Alrighty. And I'd like to take away that fog because I need to see. Now I'm gonna grab that, press W to bring this down out of the way. Cool. Alrighty. So when we think of underwater, like under the sea, we immediately think what? I don't know, the sea floor, some coral. So let's see. How am I going to word this? Yeah, sea sponges. All right, so let's see how this turns out. Underwater or ocean floor landscape. Sandy ocean floor landscape. Hold on. I don't know why I did those. Yeah, it's fine. Sandy ocean floor landscape with a blue tone. With a blue tone. What do you guys think? Underwater is great. I want to see how LUTs can be done. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep it simple. And another thing is I want this floor to be fairly big so I can actually bring up the size of the model. So of course you have that small, medium, and large option here on this drop down. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that to that 15K vert. And yeah, I'm going to keep that super duper simple and see what it gives us. And then we can go back in and redefine what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and generate. I know. Is he here? Is Elastic here? The prompt engineer. I have arrived. Yes. Maybe maybe we'll have some expert assistance from our very own prompt engineer. Until then, let's see what we have. To be honest with you, you could just keep prompting. I just like to wait, to be honest. I really these are not too bad, actually. What do you think about this one? Interesting. Thank you so much for the assistance. Alrighty, so I kind of like this circular one, and I'm going to try that one as well and see what it gave us. Well, how do we keep it the same visual style? I mean, really, in reality, it you can use your words. Like, for example, when I did that last scene, I basically said dot 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 in the style of World of Warcraft, which is like absolutely my favorite style. Besides the League of Legends style, it's all hand painted. It definitely takes a lot of time to get those really artistic brushstrokes in. So like it's just super unique. I love that style. Yes, hand painted style for the win, for sure. That is my absolute favorite. And I have a deep appreciation for those who take on that style for sure. Okay, so let's see this load. Yeah, I honestly I don't I like to focus in. I don't like to do like a million things at the same time. Yes, it does. It takes quite some time, but you know what? These items are fairly big, so um let's see. Let's see what it gives us. Okay. Well, that one's a. But this one's pretty nice. I did say blue, didn't I? I did. I this actually might work. So I'm gonna save this model out and see what it does uh for us. Because why not? Um n Honestly, we can try this out. So are we able to specify exact dimensions for generated models? We can try that out together right now if we'd like, as I'm creating the scene. So I'm going to go ahead and just basically pull this out because why not experiment? This is what we're here for. Look at this. Actually, that's not too bad. Can definitely work with that, right? Not too bad. I mean, I probably would have kicked that up a notch, but what do you guys think? And it gave us some sand details and everything. Is that a thumbs up for me? Love it. Like it, love it, throw it out. All right, cool. So now that we have our seafloor, which I mean, shouldn't. All right, cool. I love those thumbs ups. Thank you. Alrighty, so now some coral, right? So let's see. How should we word What words should we use to create this coral? Let's see. A car in the 90s that had this color. Oh my gosh. Probably was so cool. Alrighty. So the next prompt should be, let's see, it's a bundle of sea coral in different. Let's see if it gives us a nice little bundle. So, I mean, I kept like before, I'm keeping my prompts super simple. You can be as elaborate as you'd like. Uh, so I'm going to go ahead and click on generate. It was not. Okay, we could do that next. I mean, we have lots of space to fill. Anemone. Uh, reminds me of that Finding Nemo joke. Say that 3 times fast. Alrighty. So as we wait. Oh, look at this. Fancy. Very pretty. All right. So it's giving me one type. Hmm. Trying to think. Let me do a little research really quick. Brain coral, right? That's actually what I'm thinking. I'd love me if I say brain coral, I'm wondering if it'll actually give me a brain. All right, let's see. I mean, these are not too bad. And I definitely made them kind of expensive, but to be honest with you, um, as you're doing this, just be mindful of the model size. I would have definitely done this like a 1K. But I'm gonna use these anyways, because why not? This is totally experimental. But for the sake of honestly, for the sake of world performance, definitely keep in mind of the items you have. Like if I filled this whole place um with these specifically, headsets will lock, so be mindful of the size. I mean, that is true for any blender model or anything like that. Like definitely, yeah, just pay attention. Um, So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say uh, vibrant red brain coral. Uh, yeah, let's see what that gives us as I wait for this. Ah, I forgot to change the size. Okay, I changed the size. Actually, can I stop this one? Yeah, so remember about this model size as you're prompting, there is this drop down and right in the descriptions, small basically will give you 1K verts, whereas medium will give you 4K and large will give you that 15K. So very important to know that this is here and that you utilize it. Like, for example, this one gives you examples: an apple, a phone, try count less than 1K, medium, a person, a couch, and large, a car, a house, so on and so forth. All right, let's take a look. Ah, oh, how pretty. It's rainbow. Oh, beautiful. What is that? Amethyst? Yes, you're able to export the textures as well. And I could actually go through the process of exporting our items too, if you guys like, if you have not done so already. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy out. I'm gonna bring it to the side because we still haven't assembled our scene just yet. Cute. I did say multicolor and it gave me rainbow. But I will take it. I like it. Very cute. Okay. Yeah, once you close the panel, you actually lose all the assets generated and then you would have to reprompt again. So these are interesting, but I'm not going to use them. They're quite expensive. Okie doke. All right. Well, this is not brain coral. Oh boy. But that's okay. I'll still use them, but I definitely won't I won't stay stuck on these. So I'm gonna texture that one. Alrighty. So after we've made our coral, let's think structures. So um will we make kind of like columns and ruins? Let's see. Um underwater ruins. Underwater ruins, and structures. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. All right, let's see what that gives us. Shiprocked. Continental shelf. A submarine. Ooh. Ooh. Jellyfish. Okay, well, the wildlife won't be there just yet. Steampunk submarine. Oh, I wonder. Actually, I'm gonna prompt that now. Uh, a large copper steampunk submarine. Deserted. No, I'll just leave it like that. And I could just. We do not need to specify the art style unless that's what you're looking for. You could just keep it simple as you like, or as elaborate as you like. Yes. Alrighty. A subway car. Actually, that would be really interesting. Like New York City submerged by water. Oh, that's interesting here. Definitely not what I was looking for, but what is that? What is even that? Come on. That was that? Oh my goodness. All right. Let me try again. I'll try this other one. All righty. These submarines actually look super cute. I'm gonna try this first one here. And this gives me a little something. I almost feel like I should have made this a larger model, which this would be these ruins would be kind of like the detailed piece that we need to lead our players to. So let me try that again. I'm going to copy. So it's cool. You could actually copy your prompts to the clipboard. I'm going to go ahead and make this large, paste that, and generate and see what it gives us. Oh, that's an interesting one. I do like those pink colors. All right. So let's see what else it gave us. Do, do, do. Hmm. What is that? I want to know. I'm going to texture that too. It's thinking. It's doing a lot of thinking. So I want to know those who have been using this feature, how many prompts do you let it sit on? For example, I I just put a whole bunch to texture, to render, to load. How many do you guys do? And have you found a limit to how many generations? Like definitely sound off. I am I have been treating it like super gently. Like I have been kind of like, all right, like I'll let it load one at a time and just kind of like meditate on it and take my time. But you guys tell me, do you guys kind of like try to overload it or what is it? What is your process? Sound off in the chat. Oh boy. Oh, look at this. This is interesting too. All right, so we have a lot of content here being produced. Hopefully well, this I'll just save it. It's kind of cute. Okay. Um yeah, I'm kind of digging this guy here. This one's not too bad. Hopefully the texturing looks pretty decent. Yeah, I mean it's super fun to definitely let it do the job for you. However, I say, and this is like, nah, I don't like the way this came out. Um, I say, you know, don't stop learning Blender. Big warning. And the reason for that is you're going to want to take these things, like for example, this guy. Let's say I loved the body, but the rest of it not so much, right? And I wanted to make it mine. I wanted to make it my own. So I'll use this as a template. I will export this as a template and I would do some retopology, which I can totally actually do a workshop on how to take these AI objects, do some retopology, do some additions, and then bake from one mesh to the other the texture. Um, and it's really important to know these things as an artist and as a creator because you're going to want to have that creative freedom. So definitely keep that in mind. Don't stop learning because it's super. it should be super fulfilling, you know, to do so. So definitely, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and save this model. This one actually looks super nice. Ooh, and this one came out super nice as well. So I'm gonna keep those two. Definitely will let you guys know um how to do some retopology because I do love me some good topology. Anybody who knows me knows that I am a geek for that. So, alrighty. So let's see these. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh no, girlfriend. Right. Okay. See, the thing is that now we come across, all right, these blues are totally different, right? And that's probably something that I'd want to adjust in Blender, or I could take this texture into Photoshop and, you know, tweak tweak the values. But for right now, we'll just make this work. Um, let's see something. Actually, I'd like to take that away because I need some real estate. Okay. So let's take a look. Mm, yeah, I guess this is fine, or I could just put this off to the side. See, I'd like to see those little details. Let's take a look in this guy. Not too bad. Um, I wouldn't, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't use this to frame anything, to be honest. I'm gonna sit on that one really quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and just bring this to the side. Now let's bring out the other. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Here we are. Did I just bring out the same one? Oh my goodness. It's this one. Okay. Yeah, I guess this one would be okay-ish. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring this out. Okay, there we are. Not too bad. Okay, I mean, honestly, we could take this one a step further and hey, very good. I see you guys are working. I'd love to see it. Definitely keep posting those pictures because yeah, it's very inspiring to see people at work and doing their thing. And I hope you all feel inspired to play around with the new tools and get ideas. So why not make this like kind of like surrounding an area? I wish there was an array tool on this desktop editor. I just want Blender to just be in this desktop editor. Like, why not? You know? But um, what we have is fine. But I want more. All right. So let's say this is like the main entryway. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Now this is your landing point, right? Not too bad. Okay, so player enters world and they're surrounded by all of these underwater ruins. Okay, so now it's coming together. Oh yeah, but I would put the fog afterwards. 'Cause Like I said, I'm blind and I need to see. Let's sprinkle these guys all around. So let's go ahead and take that. Do a few. And I know there is no snapping, but there is like this snap to surface where if you move these guys, it should follow along onto the surface, and it's not. Why? Oh, there we go. So yeah, as you can see, it's kind of like hugging that surface, but the pivot point is a little bit like almost to the top of this item. It's still helpful in this situation anyways. So you could absolutely use that. Again, that is located up here. So it says snap to surface. You could turn that on and it should help a little bit with positioning. So I'm going to do Control D and whoop, try to grab that orange circle in the middle and just drag to other surfaces. And that should help, you know? And yeah, sprinkle all that love around. So I'm going to go ahead, Control D, pressing W. I'm going to go ahead and just move these directions. And yeah. And we can make an octopus. We can make a Kraken. Oh my God, a Kraken would be super cute. Control D. Go ahead and there we are. Okay. I think that's pretty solid. Okay. Better get cracking on that Kraken. That's right. And so now these ruins here can be used for like an immersive background around this because the players are not going to go beyond this point unless teleported to another area. So like why not try to use them as some sort of, background. See what that looks like. And with the fog turned on, of course that's going to look pretty nice. No, I don't like it. Okay. I could throw it out. All right. Alrighty. So, since this submarine's already out, we could absolutely just put it to the sky. And once we do that skybox, hopefully the skybox comes out super pretty. Here we are. You can make it so that it is floating above. Yeah, because the underside looks pretty decent. So if I were to go to the ground and look up for perspective, nice. All right, that's pretty dope. Okie dokie. So now let's add a Kraken. So let's get cracking on that Kraken. Gen AI. I'm gonna go ahead and all right, what size do you think this Kraken should be? It's gonna be huge. So I'm guessing we're going to once again go with the 15K. However, if I were to build a Kraken, I definitely wouldn't go 15K. I would, in fact, go less than 14K. Nice, Marlena. You see? Love it. I'm loving all the work you guys are producing. Okay, actually, I'm going to leave it at medium. So you can always decimate. Yes, you can always decimate. Alrighty, so how should I word this Kraken? Should I call it the Kraken or should I say large, large underwater sea squid with dangerous tentacles or something like that? Angry. Okay, large, angry. Whoops. Sea squid. Large angry sea squid with give it two colors with gradients towards the extremities. Okay. Let's see. And might need a style. Let's see what it gives me when I say the World of Warcraft thing. Why not? Draped over a column. Okay. Okay. You guys are coming to me with the good stuff. All right, let's put all of these together. So okay. in the style of my favorite, World of Warcraft. Large and angry sea squid with the radiant colors of red to purple on on the extremities. Probably spelt that wrong, but it's all right. Draped over a column and reaching out. Okay, let's see what that gives us. I did. Oh my God, purple. I'll do that again. All right, let's see what it gives us. Maybe it'll give us a purple. Oh my gosh. This stuff is fun. Super fun. All right. And thank you guys for chiming in. I do appreciate I appreciate all of the action. Purple. I appreciate all the action in the chat. Thank you. Whoa. Whoa. What's going on here? I guess it's on a column. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Whoa. Yeah, the Skybox does add a lot. You want to share in the chat the prompt for your Skybox? All right, you know what? I am going to rewrite this because this column business is. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna rewrite this. So over. Okay, I'm gonna fix purple too. All right, so I'm gonna do uh draped um over undersea ruins. And reaching out. Purple. No more purple. Okay. And yeah, let's see what this gives us. Thank you so much for sharing that prompt. I'm going to go ahead and do the Skybox as well. And I'm going to just drop that in here. Cool. Whoops. What did I do? Here we are. Okay. So, and you know what? So in this Skybox section, you do have a drop down and you have like regular sky dome, photorealistic, digital painting. What do you guys think? Should I do digital painting for the sky? Like something a little different? Fix the word surface. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do digital painting. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. There we are. All right, everybody typos sometimes. I actually really love the vibe of this guy here. So I'm going to go ahead and texture that. All right. Okie doke. All right, let's see. It's still working on that skybox. So, oh, much better. it didn't really give me the abandoned ruins or whatever I said here. However, it gave me an opportunity to drape it over these ruins. You see how there's a gap underneath these tentacles here. And why did you give me that? Silly AI. All right, hold on. Hold on. Let me fix it. I'm gonna I'm gonna do just regular deep seascape with gentle light rays beaming from the underwater. Let's see what that gives us. Thank you. I'll try that next. Let me make this work a little bit. All right, we're almost done with this amazing, amazing squid. So let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Just letting it load. Oh, it's purple. I'm gonna save that. That one's cute. And let's see this one. Oh, it gave us gigantic fish. Uh, and some clouds. Not what I'm looking for. Thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping, like, seriously, I'm truly hoping it gives you guys inspiration and ideas. And yeah, like, don't be afraid to just put whatever out there and see how it works, you know. Experiment with your wording, of course. Reach out to our prompt engineers because they know their stuff. Um, so, okay, Guru gave me underwater POV, deep seascape, gentle rays of light permeating from the surface, light gradient from top to bottom to simulate depth. All right, so let's see what that gives us. And let's see our squid. Magnificent beast. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad, but it's got to be way bigger. I'm going to just put it right. It's got to be huge. And of course, hmm, let's see. Well, the player has to be facing a certain way. So I'm going to just put this. Whoops. That is not it. Hmm. You know what? Let me squish this guy. Just a smidge. Part of me just kind of wants to take these tentacles and just move them around myself. And you can absolutely do that if you just export it and just do that stuff. But right now, I'm just going to play around with what we have in world. And I totally want our player to spawn in and be met with this giant Kraken waiting to give them directions on where to go in the world, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Oh, there is the squid. And you could totally light him up with some really cool details, really paint the picture with your specialty in scene lighting, which is really fun, really dope to play around with. Yeah, it's starting to come together. I feel like, all right, so we've landed in this world. You're surrounded by underwater ruins. The sky is filled with giant fish that shouldn't be so giant in clouds. So, um, let's see. Uh, Let me just make this skybox super simple, see if it gives me anything cool. Um, I'm just gonna say underwater ocean. Well, no, not ocean. I'm just gonna put underwater. Why not? Let's keep it simple because that's what I like to do. Now, um, okay, so yes, you can do that. There was a time where I was saying seamless, like please don't add seams. But it looks like they've actually fixed that a little bit. Because before I had to say seamless, but now it's pretty good so far. Yeah, maybe keeping it simple would be the best way to go in this situation. And it is not. It's giving me I want to see this anyways. Let's see. Ooh, I like those. The ships. I mean, it you sometimes it's just you kind of have to keep at it to truly get what you're looking for, and it will eventually get there. Um, it's also wording, of course. It's a whole lot of things that come to play. Um, okay, yeah, thumbs down. Not accurate. Yes. Okay. Thumbs down. All of these guys. Thumbs down. Da, 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 da. I'll do that. Okay. So let me try one more time on this skybox. If not, I'm just going to make my own because, I'll just make it blue. Okay. So underwater, deep underwater. Um, Deep underwater sea scape. Not halfway underwater, Like, come on. Okay. Another thing I'd like to do is I'd like to sort of make kind of like a landing pad. Oh. Oh yeah, I'm loving your results. To be honest with you, I'm not sure. That's definitely something I'm still experimenting with, whether it's actually recording our activities or not. Uh, Definitely tabs. That squid is awesome. I love it. And your submarine actually came out pretty dope too. Really good stuff. All right, let's see. No, still. Okay. You know what? I'll keep it. Why not? Okay. So now I also, guys, if you totally want total control on how to make your skyboxes, I do have a tutorial in the forums. If you look up the tutorials for um hold on, let me find it for you and I'll just drop it. You could absolutely render your own skybox, which is absolutely super fun. And you could actually place your own items. So let me drop that in the chat for you guys. Give me 1 second. Resources. I encourage you guys to learn and build. Here we are. And there you go. In there, there is totally a tutorial on how to create your and render your own Skybox right from Blender. And I also do have a template that actually gives you a camera for an equirectangular render for your skies. So definitely check that out. Okay, so all right. So I'm gonna just keep pushing on this one. What do you guys think? What else do we need in this landing pad? Do we need a door? Do we need some sort of something to land on the ground? You tell me. Alrighty. Treasure chest. Yes. Okay. Let's do it. So, um, I'm gonna just say large, majestic treasure chest. Large, majestic treasure chest. I absolutely want this treasure chest to have glitter, but I honestly, I'm gonna keep this simple. Large, majestic treasure chest, open with, um, open filled with gold. Okay, a mermaid. All right, loading. I do like this red to purple gradient on the squid though. It's kind of inspiring. Aquaman. Let's make Aquaman. Oh my God, look at that treasure coming out. A scuba diver. Oh, a scuba diver would be cute. I love it. Looks like Boss Leo's got the right idea. All right, I'm gonna copy this prompt over. Let's see. I'm gonna just drop it in the chat. Thank you, Tanzer. Ooh, look at this guy here. That's pretty dope. Killer shark. Oh, that's right. We need some sharkies. I'll just put it. Killer shark. Oakley dokley. Letting it load. Oh, but these actually came out pretty nice. I like this one, but I'd like to, oh, cute. I'd like to get my hands on this guy here. So I do like its silhouette. Look at this mermaid keeping. Hopefully her fins don't do something weird. And look at that great white. Great white shark is right there. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it, do it, do it. Da-da, da-da, da-da-da. Anybody grew up watching Jaws? Oh my gosh. That movie was so terrifying as a kid. Anybody, actually, anybody a fan of Shark Week? Does anybody actually still watch that? I used to love watching Shark Week. I think it was like what, Discovery Channel or something? Every day is Shark Week. Gonna need a bigger boat. All right, that's right. Um, that's shipwrecked don't know. And I'm gonna make that one large because I know that one's going to need some more geometry to be pretty good. You dove with sharks. Oh my goodness. That's one thing I probably might be hesitant to do. I know there was this one time I went to the Florida Keys and we went out snorkeling. That was my first time being out in open water, and the dolphins, some dolphins swam by, and we thought they were sharks. That was quite the experience. I never got back into the water again at that point. Oh, look at how pretty. Yep, I'm keeping that one. And look at this mermaid. She's awesome. All righty. I'm getting some good stuff now. I don't know why this is jumping back like this, but let's see. This one is looking pretty promising, so I'll just keep that. I might be asking all, you see, because I'm starting to kind of jump. Okay, let's bring out this mermaid. And I'm frozen. Here we are. Maybe she, besides the Kraken, is the one that greets the player. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make not that. Okie doke. Yeah. All right. So player enters world and we come up to this mermaid with the treasure chest and the large kraken, and you hit a trigger and she goes, "Hello, my name is Atlantica and welcome to my underwater seascape, and where you have to find yourself out of the ocean floor before you get bit up by the shark." I don't know, something, make up a story, but you guys get the idea. Like now you're kind of like doing the framework of what your game will be. I'm glad I made you guys laugh. Alrighty. So almost done here. Let's see. Oh boy. I'm all freezing up, and I have a feeling that I am overloading stuff here. Here we are. Yes, and I can absolutely go through that. Hold on one second. Let me do a few more things before I dive into that. Because, there we are. Treasure chests. Nah, come on. I'll take it. Why not? I think I'm missing one more item here. Oh, the shark. That's right. I'm missing the shark. One more item. Yes, as you guys can see, this does take a little bit of time, but really not much. There we are. I think I'm gonna like that shark. I'm gonna pull. Come on. Baby shark do 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 do. Ah, no, no, no gracias with that earworm. You could skip me with that one. So my mom has a daycare, and yeah, baby shark was on almost like every day. Torture, torture. So um those who are parents know the pain. Alrighty. I'll put this behind because remember when you're designing, everything's in 3D. So having something interesting to look at um, all around is really important. And I don't like it. Alrighty, hold on a second. Let me just lift it up a little bit, give a little bit of a POV. Here we are. Let's see. A little better. I mean, it's a little, but it's okay. you guys get the idea. Like, when you're designing these pieces, there should be something interesting to look at all around because we are in a 3D space in real life and digitally. So remember that. Let's get the shark out. Alrighty, bring that up, scale it up because it is what do you call those really, really a megalodon? It's a megalodon. That's right. And this is going to be the guy that comes after you. And you have to do the sound effects as you're bringing these things out because if not, it doesn't make it real. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, there we go. All right, very cool. So you guys get the idea. Yeah, just make it happen, bring stuff out. Definitely add some lighting into here because it's kind of dark. But you guys get the idea of framing your first scene. So I definitely encourage you guys to do the challenge in the forums. I do look forward to seeing your work. And it doesn't have to be an underwater seascape. It could totally be anything, like anything. It could be sci-fi, it could be fantasy, it could be anything that makes you happy. I encourage you guys to do it. Alrighty. So now let's say which one of these guys should I export from Horizon? I'm gonna do this treasure chest because I really like it. Um, so so actually, I'd like to show how to export this. Trying to see now where I should do this. Oh, good job, Guru. Yeah, that looks pretty dope. Yeah, you could do a lot with these things. It's pretty cinematic. Leopleurodon, Charlie. It's a Leopleurodon, Charlie. Charlie. All right, so please don't start me. Um, okay. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you guys where to look in the website. I do like to export from the website itself. So 1 second. Let me just switch accounts here. You can. Oh, you can absolutely. So you can create some sort of like faux water ripples by using some dynamic lights. I don't suggest using a whole lot of dynamic lights, but for a scene like this where it's just like this one isolated scene, I would definitely make, razzle dazzle it up by adding a dynamic light and animate it to go back and forth so it looks like the water is like rippling. And you could use effects with some blend rays, anything that is like transparent and moving. You could make a lot of cool stuff, cool effects by kind of like faking it a little bit. So yeah, don't be afraid to experiment with that. Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to log in here. Hopefully it lets me do the thing because this is my alt account and I don't log into this. Okie doke. So I've overheard them talk about this. There is no difference between the two. I believe the two items are pretty much the same. All right, so here we are. I'm going to go ahead to my assets, and here we have our Gen AI assets. And so let's choose one. So I'm going to go ahead and choose, you know what? I'm going to choose the shark because why not? So I'm going to go ahead and click on these three dots, edit. No, I'm just kidding. Where is my mind? There we go. I just click on it. Alrighty. And so now what we can do is we go to the source. I usually just go straight to the source. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that download. Now I have it here and it looks a bit weird. It looks a bit strange. So I'm going to go ahead and just open it up on my, oh geez. Hold on. Cheese and sprinkles. And, and 1 second. Okay. So here is our asset and it does come out a little funky and all we need to do is just kind of like rename it. So I'm going to do shark and dot FBX, right? And it automatically creates an FBX with it. And so if I double click, I do have my 3D viewer installed into Windows. And as you can see, there goes my shark. So don't forget. So what I did was I downloaded it and I just renamed it shark.fbx and it automatically changes my my mesh to the file type it should be. And there you go. There you have it. And now don't forget, yeah, it's the texture is absolutely attached to the FBX. However, if you do need to grab that texture, you do this drop down here and you do download. And it once again does this weird thing here. So I'm going to go ahead and uh, nah. Okay. Just fighting with my PC. So I'm going to go ahead, grab that. And as you can see, it gives us this weird little thingamabob, whatever it wants to name it as. And I'm going to do shark. And you could absolutely rename it as _BR and then dot PNG. And there you have it. Now you have a PNG asset. So don't forget to do that because that for some who do not know how to navigate that will find it a little confusing. So that's basically uh, how we do those exports. And that will help you a lot, especially if you've done imports before into Horizon and let's say you lost the file and you're trying to find it and you've already imported it, you could absolutely just export right back out from your for your asset library and that will be super helpful to you. So don't forget this. This is really important. And yeah, I hope this was super duper helpful, guys. And yeah, please be sure to participate in the forum. It really helps us, kind of plan all these workshops. Let me find the survey for you guys to fill out. Please do be honest. That way we can further plan useful workshops for you guys to see. We want you guys creating your heart's desire. So hold on a second. Let me find that link for you guys. And thumbs up, give me an emoji. Let me know you're happy. Nice. Love it. Thank you guys. Alrighty, so you're so welcome, guys. And seriously, don't forget to have fun. This is supposed to be fun, right? There we are. Go ahead, answer the survey. Afterwards, please give me another thumbs up to let me know you have participated in that survey. Be super, super honest. Yeah, because it helps us. Oh, you're so welcome. And no, it's like seriously a pleasure to have you guys. You guys are always amazing in these workshops. And always look forward to seeing you guys. So you guys are amazing. All righty. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Please don't forget, click that link, do the survey. Yeah, no, it's it's been a wonderful chat. Like this one was super fun. Survey done. Yes, thank you. Utterly utter. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see Elastic Plastics. I know he's gonna have a blast with his prompt engineering for sure. No, you guys are awesome. Done. All right, cool. Thank you guys. Jeremy, thank you. All of you guys, thank you. Perfect. Have you found the available tri-mesh assets to be heavier than Gen AI assets? Well, that's a good question. I mean, if you were to download assets from like Sketchfab, or there are a lot of artists out there who might be new artists looking to, sell their work. And, you know, not everybody's modeling style is the same, right? So you might find that some of these people who are selling these assets are making really heavy assets, right? And so they're not for gaming. They are for maybe staging, for rendering. So you have to be careful what you are looking for, kind of like be the judge of, of their work. You don't want heavy assets in your world. You want to be able to navigate that, know the vert count, know the quad count. um, Definitely something to look out for. And you know knowing how to model yourself, even if it's beginner level, it doesn't matter. That actually gives you the knowledge to navigate that space as well. So I always encourage learning how to do certain things yourself, even if it's the smallest thing. It makes the most difference, I promise you. So don't give up on learning, don't give up on yourselves, guys, because it's it is what it is, and it's super fun, I promise. um can some resend the survey link? Is it not working? Is that survey link not working? Come on. Hold on a second. I suggest anything less than 4,000 birds, to be honest with you. I wouldn't even go up to 6,000. You definitely don't want headlock. Here you are. Another survey link. All right, have a good one. And yeah. All right. Bye everybody, and thank you for coming in. I'll see you next time. Okay? Thanks.